What is up, gardeners, and today I'm going to show you how am I going to destroy all my crops here in my garden. That crops includes all the trees, the plants, fruits, vegetables, and flowers. And why am I going to do that? Just watch the entire video until the very end of it and you will know why. Without further ado, let's get started. Today we are already in the Zen Garden update. As you can see, Zen Master is here. Before anything else, I would like to hatch first all my Zen eggs here. I also put an ostrich here in my active pets. So if I would be hatching all my Zen eggs, that would be additional of 5 years old in every pet. The current update has somehow related to the ages of pet and how you are going to mutate them. But mutations required level 50 or age 50 of the pets. So you will be needing a fast way on how to grow your pets. So I included the ostrich there. And with the dinosaurs, I put 4 iguanodons to help them grow faster as much as possible in no time. The iguanodon, ostrich, and Dilophosaurus. All of them are age enhancers for all my pets. Well, that's not the topic for my current vlog today. What I will be covering now is to destroy all the crops here in my garden. This is going to take a lot of time because I need to carefully remove all the crops here. After this video, you will know how much I earned with all the crops that I harvested here in my garden. Here are the Zen eggs for the latest update of the Zen Garden. Let's start with here. And here. And here. Let's take a look at our first Zen pet. This is a Nihonzaru. I don't know yet what his ability, but after I destroy all my plants here, we would know. And this another is a Shiba Inu. It looks like a fox or a dog. I'm not sure, but I hope the ability of this could help as well my garden. And the last one is Tanuki. It looks like a raccoon. I hope that the ability of this one is as special as the raccoon, because raccoon is OP. I hope Tanuki is OP too. Now we have all the 3 pets from the Zen Pets. Later on, we could start easily with our task with my Zen Update Grow a Garden. Before destroying all my crops here in my garden, let's take a look around first, from the inside, outside, or any views in my garden. So you will see how good my garden was before I destroy all the crops. So here is my garden from the outside. Everything is big. They are not as valuable as they are, because as you can see, this burning bud only costs 402 million, but this is too huge for the value that it has. It's so huge, and it has all the mutations that it needed that should be in the higher price, maybe billion. But that's not the reason why I'm destroying all my crops here in my garden. It's not all with the value. I like all my plants even if they are not valuable. What I like to see is big plants or crops here in my garden, so it will look good. This is the front view. This is the top view. And all has a lots of mutations. I have big pineapple, I have big dragon fruit, and prehistoric plants as well. All big. Some are rare as well. And I also have a bone blossom. Not that big, but somehow it cost me a lot. If you will go inside of my garden, it's so hard to harvest the crops here because it's so crowded. But I get used to it because it's my garden. Every day I harvest from it and I remember where all the crops located, so it won't hard for me. I also have a lots of big mango as well, cauliflowers, and cantaloupes as well, that I believe gives me a lot of value of shekels. So now, let's get started in destroying all my crops here in my garden. I think we would be starting at this point, this corner here. So I would be starting with this bone blossom. First, I would be unfavoriting the crops so I can harvest them. After I finish all the crops removing from the trees or the plants, then I would be destroying it. Maybe I would use a reclaimer or a shovel if the plants or trees is not that rare or valuable. In this bone blossom, I would keep this because this one is rare, so I would be using a reclaimer for it. Let's start unfavoriting the crops first. After unfavoriting it, I would now harvest it. Collect them all. Let's see if I miss some of the bone blossom here. Though they are small, for me, still they are valuable to sell. Yeah, this small one should be collected. There is another bone blossom inside. Now we've removed all the crops here in bone blossom. I could now reclaim it, so I could keep the seed of this tree. And I will confirm this. Now we already have the seed of that bone blossom. We would be keeping this tool, a reclaimer, just to avoid any accidental removal of the plants. But if it's okay if you accidentally click a plant because it requires a confirmation first before reclaiming it. To be sure, we would be removing this in our hand. There are lots of favorite fruits or crops here in my garden. As you can see, because of all the hearts icon you can see in my garden. But all of them will be removed later, so I would not be confused. We forgot one primal egg here. Let's see what's inside. For me, it's not that valuable. This dinosaur only help you shorten the time opening your crates. But still, I would keep doing this. I would be continuing harvesting all the mango here. Small mangoes are not that important. I would not totally removing all the mango crops here and would continue reclaiming it. As I started here, the next one will be the moon melon. Now, I would be continuing and reclaiming these two moon melon. This two Liberty Lily has already been harvested as well, so I would be reclaiming them. This is somehow rare because this is only available in summer harvest, and still I would be reclaiming this. And the pepper as well. Wow! One slot of my garden has already been cleared, and we have more way to go. I would be harvesting this nectarine next, and reclaim it. Next would be this next slot of my garden. So let's continue. blood banana, and horn shroom. I would be harvesting the horn shroom as well. And now, reclaim the 4 of these because I believe they are rare. Just be sure that you are not going to reclaim the plants or trees that are not yet harvested. The corn, I think, is available at the seed shop, so I don't have to use reclaimer for it to conserve my reclaimer. But let's check first. Here is the corn seed, and they are not that rare. The more rare the crops here should be started here in Legendary, Mythical, Divine, and lastly, the most rare are Prismatic. So I could now shovel this, so I could now remove this without using reclaimer. We would only be using a shovel here. This would literally destroy your plants with no seeds to be returned on your inventory. I will now removing them all. I would not harvesting them as well because I think they are not that valuable. They only fill my inventory. Wow, we just finished the 2 slots in my garden and we keep continuing for the rest of the slots. More way to go. I hope you can bear with me until the very end of this video. And this prickly pear as well, we would be reclaiming this. We need to keep first all the big crops here. I think the cauliflower is not available in the seed shop as well, but it's better to check first just to make sure because I want to conserve all my reclaimer for the rest of my rare plants. The cauliflower is not present in my seed shop as of the moment. I think these plants are rare, so I will be using a reclaimer to remove this one. I do have a lot of cauliflower seed here, so I would not continuing for the rest of the cauliflower here and use a shovel instead in removing them. Now, we've already cleared all the sugar apple here. We could now reclaim this because I believe the sugar apple tree is a rare or highly valuable tree or plant. Later for this coconut because I need something to step up on when harvesting that burning bud up there. So I would be continuing in this next slot to kiwi. And then the banana. It is no longer available in the seed shop. I don't have to harvest all the fruit here because it is low price. I will just reclaim the tree directly. And this apple as well. But I could not reclaim it yet because I want something to step on in harvesting this burning bud. So let's climb it. Now, we would be harvesting this medium-sized burning pod. And reclaim the tree of it. This coconut, I believe, are not that rare, so I could just shovel it directly. But we need to check first in the seed shop. The coconut is present here. And in my inventory as well, I have 8 coconut seeds here. I could now just shovel it. And coconut is not that valuable as well with regards to its fruit. It cannot also help my pet to be full when they are hungry. I just use this for stepping up to get some of the crops in other trees. Now, we would be shoveling it to remove it. The same goes with the apple. They are just blocking my way here in my garden. And now we would be continuing with this cacao. Of course, we would be harvesting it before reclaiming it. Cacao is somehow rare, although they are available in the seed shop. But I need to check first my cacao seeds here. Yeah, I only have one, so I would be reclaiming it. And this as well. I would not reclaiming or harvesting as well this green apple. Oh, I think I don't have green apple in the seed shop. Green apple is no longer present in the seed shop. I think I would be keeping the seed of this. Though it's not that valuable and it only blocks my garden here, still I would be keeping this. And this mango as well, as I finish harvesting all of its crop. The Zen distribution is now started, but I no longer care for the Zen for now because I'm currently clearing all my plants here in my garden. And as we proceed, we would now be removing this burning bud. We will start from the very top of it, because I could no longer climb here once we remove this big burning bud down here. This one. We need to unfavorite this first. Harvest it. And later on, we would be reclaiming its tree. Unfavorite, harvest, and reclaim. I would now reclaiming as well my locat, and we would be continuing with my dragon fruit and harvest all its crop as well. Let's start with this big one. Maybe we should move first the tree so we could easily harvest all of its crops. We should place this dragon fruit here first. And watch and then check all of its crops. For now, we no longer care for the Zen event and the rest of the task here in Grow a Garden. I could not get this fruit here. I don't know why. I could now reclaim this plant. And then shovel this apple because it is available in the seed shop. and we would be continuing here in the avocado as well. We are almost done in my garden. Later on, we would be selling all of my crops so we could check how much all of my crops worth. I hope you can join me in that selling. Now all the rare crops here are already harvested. I could now reclaim all its plants or trees. And the rest, I would be using shovel for them because they are not that valuable. This blueberry and strawberry are no need to be kept. Cantaloupe are not that rare, but they could give me high valuable plants, high valuable crops when they are mutated. So I would be keeping the seeds of its plants. Pineapple are no longer present in the seed shop, so I would be reclaiming the pineapple plants. No need to harvest the small crops of it, but I love them when they get big because they grew very big and it looks good in my garden. But for now, I would just be keeping them. And this horned shroom as well. The rest are all blueberry and strawberry. I would be shoveling them because they are not that valuable, but I would be harvesting first all the Zen crops produced by these plants. You could easily know if there are Zen plants here because of these Chinese characters that keep appearing on top of its crops. They are all tranquil. As I have removed all the tranquil crops here, I could now shovel the plants without worrying of removing the important crops here. Now my garden has already been cleared. I could now proceed in selling all my harvested valuable crops. Now, let's try this one. Zen Channeler only gave me a 3 Zen on that particular plant. So I think it's not worth it in giving high valuable crop on this Zen Channeler. Instead, I would be selling all my high valuable crops here in the sell stuff. Now, I would be selling all my high valuable crops here, but instead of selling it in one time with all of my inventory, I would be selling it one by one. So we could check how much would be the price of each high value crops I have here, and we would also check how much would be my total shekels after selling all my valuable crops. That one is 22 million. We're starting at Melon. Now we have solved our less valuable crops here. As I have found out, there are plants that are not that valuable even if you mutated them in different variants, just like cauliflower and corn. I think planting those crops are not worth it since they are not that valuable and only occupy space in your garden. Maybe next time I would be avoiding in planting those crops. Now we would be continuing to the plants are highly valuable. For now, we already have 431 million shekels. Before, it was 200 million. So we gained 200 million for the less valuable plants that I have sold. And now we would be continuing for the rest of the high valuable crops that I have harvested in my garden. These are all my high valuable crops in my garden. They all look nice and big. Now, let's sell them all. Take a look at the amount of shekels currently that we have. It's 431 million shekels. Let's find out how much would be the cost of all my high valuable crops I harvested in my garden. After selling half of my high valuable crops, we've already reached the 1 billion shekels. But still, we still have half of our high valuable crops. And now, 1/4 of our high valuable crops has already been sold and we already hit 2 million shekels. Let's proceed. Let's try to sell this big burning bud. But this is not the largest burning bud that we have. But let's see how much this costs. It's 87 million shekels. We still have remaining of 15 high valuable crops left, but we've already reached the 3 billion shekels. Let's proceed. we still have remaining 8 high valuable crops. As you can see, we've already reached 4 billion shekels. We still have remaining of 4 high valuable crops, but we've already reached 4.9 billion. Let's proceed. That's 3 billion worth of shekels. And the last one? That's only take up to 996 million shekels. Now, we are officially a billionaire here in Grow a Garden. Let's celebrate! As I have get rid all of my plants here in my garden, the question is it worth it for you to destroy all your plants in exchange in applying a method in your garden? As what I experienced, I might say that it is worth it because I just built this big crop in my garden. Let me show you how I did this. With the new method that I formulated, I used 2 Triceratops and 3 orange tabbies here in my garden. First, I will be putting my first Triceratops and doing some timings on this. I would be adding the next Triceratops. For the orange tabbies, I would be applying the next Triceratops on 1 minute 47 seconds. All tabbies would be deployed after 20 seconds of that timing. I mean 15 seconds. I would be waiting for the first tabby before it would use its skill in napping. It has 11 seconds now. Now I would be harvesting all my crops and then get ready for transferring it. These are small, so we would be waiting for another round again. Maybe we could create same crop or even bigger. Now we have almost the same crops here, but we want bigger than this, so we would be harvesting this later. We just let this bone blossom sits here next to the godly sprinkler. We will be harvesting now in 8 seconds. And get ready our trowel. It's nice that this two has overlap. This is a good skill being applied by these orange tabbies. Now the chance would be bigger for me to have a bigger crop. But the crop appear here is not that big. But I'm getting a gold here.
Let's wait for another chance.
I think the timing for the pets are no longer synchronized. We would be fixing that now. Now we would be deploying the next Triceratops at 1 minute 47 seconds. After 15 seconds, we would be deploying the 3 orange tabbies. I hope the master sprinkler can hold on until 8 second cooldown for the orange tabby. Now we would be harvesting and wait until the cats will implement or put their skill. Now we have overlap. I hope this give me a big bone blossom.
I think we will be putting the next master sprinkler.
It's good that the two of the tabbies overlap. It will give me again another chance to have a big crops. I think this one is big, but not that big.